Why is he telling me lies? Why does he want to get rid of me? And why has he never come to visit Father Jack? But if he gives me the push, all 5 of us can stay home all day long. We can spend the day dancing to Marconi. But what worries me, most of all, is Rose. If I died, if I lost my job, what would become of our Rosie? I must put my trust in God, Maggie, mustn't I? He'll take care of her, won't he? You believe that, Maggie, don't you? I believe that. I believe that too. I do believe that.
Well, now you've had a good look at him. What do you think of him? Do you remember him?
I'd never seen him before.
Shh, yes you did. 5 or 6 times. You've just forgotten. I saw you at the foot of the lane. He thinks you've gotten very big. And he thinks you're handsome.
Aunt Kate's got me the spinning top. That's one spin.
He's handsome. Isn't he handsome?
Don't give up.
I'll tell you a secret. The others aren't to know. He's got a great new job. And he's wonderful at it.
What does he do?
Shh. And he's bought a bicycle for you. A black bike. A man's bike. And he's bringing it with him the next time he comes.
Is he coming back soon?
Maybe. Maybe. Yes. Yes, he is.
How soon?
Next week or the week after. Soon. 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 Yes. You are a handsome father. You are a lucky boy, and I am a very, very lucky woman. And another bit of good news for you, lucky boy. You have your mother's eyes. And what's the good news here?
Good news here. That's the most exciting turf we've ever burned. Jerry's not gone, is he?
Just this minute. Sister, thank you very much for offering the bed.
Well, next time he's back,
Well, that'll be in a week or 2, depending on his commitments.
if the outside vault happens to be empty.
And he sends his love to you all. His special love to you, Aggie. And a big kiss.
For me.
Kiss for you.
Those are beautiful, Aggie. Would Jack like some in his room? Put them on the windowsill with a wee card. Roses. So the poor man's head won't be demented searching for the word. And now, girls, the daily difficulty. What's for the tea?
Oh, let me make the tea tonight, Aggie.
We'll both make it. I'm thinking something thrilling with tomatoes. We've got 2, I think. And if you're prepared to wait, I'll get that soda bread made.
I'm making the tea, Maggie.
Well, let me make it today, just today.
I make it every evening, don't I? Why shouldn't I make it this evening as usual?
No reason at all. Aggie's the chef. Everybody's doing it, picking their nose and chewing it.
Maggie, please.
If only she knew her prayers half as well as she knows the words to those old pagan songs. Marconi, my friend, you're not still asleep, are you?
If anybody's looking for me, I'll be down at the bank of the river for the rest. I beg your pardon, my mind is. It's Kate.
It's Kate.
And Agnes and Margaret.
How are you, Jack?
Odysseus.
Oh, Christina.
Forgive me, Chris. You were only a baby when I went away. I remember Mother lifting you up as the train was pulling out of the station and catching your hand and waving it at you. You were so young you had scarcely any hair. She had managed to attach a tiny pink a bow, just about here, and as she waved your hand, the bow fell off. It's like a picture. A photograph. It's like a photograph in my mind.
Well, the hair's not much better even now, Jack.
And I remember you crying, Margaret.
Oh, was I?
Your face was all blotchy with tears.
You may be sure, as beautiful as ever.
And you and Kate were on Mother's right, and Rose was between you. Each had a hand. Mother's face, I remember, showed nothing. I often wondered about that afterwards.
Well, she knew she would never see you again in her lifetime.
I know that, but in the other life, do you think perhaps Mother didn't believe in the ancestral spirits?
Ancestral? Oh, what are you blathering about, Jack? Mother was a saintly woman who knew she was going straight to heaven. Now, you mustn't forget to take your quinine. The doctor says to take it 3 times a day.
One of our priests took so much quinine that he became an addict and almost died. A German priest, Father Sharpay. He was rushed to hospital in Kampala, but they couldn't do anything for him. So, O'Cow and I brought him back to our medicine man, and Carl Sharpay lived until he was 88. There was a strange white bird on the windowsill this morning.
That's Rosie's pet rooster. Stay away from that thing.
Look at the luck you took out of my arm, Jack. One of these days I'm gonna wring its neck.
That's what we do in Rihanna when we want to please the spirits or to appease them. We kill a rooster or a young goat. It's a very exciting exhibition. That's not the word, is it? Demonstration? Oh. What's the word I'm looking for? Spectacle? You have a sacred and mysterious. You have a ritual killing. You offer up sacrifice. You have dancing and incantations. But what's the word for that? Gone. Lost it. My English vocabulary has completely deserted me. Never mind. It doesn't matter. I think perhaps I should go put on some more clothes.
But she speaks Swahili all the time there, Jack.
All the time, yes. To the people of Swahili. When the Europeans called, we spoke English. Or if we had a visitation from the district commissioner. The present commissioner knows Swahili. He won't speak it. He's a stubborn man. He and I fight a lot, but I like it. The Irish outcast, he calls me. He keeps trying to get me to spend a weekend with him in Kampala. Keep me from going native, as he calls it. Perhaps when I go back, if he cooperates with the English, they give me lots of money for churches and schools and hospitals. And he gets so angry at me because I won't take his money. Reported me to my superiors at Head House last year. They were very cross. But I like him. When I was saying goodbye to him, he thought this was very fun. He gave me the last governor's ceremonial hat. Ceremony! That's the word! How could I have forgotten the dancing, the ritual, the incantation, a ceremony, such a simple word. What was I talking about?
The district commissioner gave you a present.
Yes, a wonderful military hat with 3 enormous white ostrich plumes rising out of the crown. I have it in one of my trunks. I'll show it to you later. Ceremony. I'm so glad I got that. Do you know what I found strange? Coming back on the boat, there were days I couldn't remember the simplest of words. Not that anyone seemed to notice. And you can always point, Margaret, can't you?
Or make signs.
Or make signs.
Or dance.
What you must do is read. Books, magazines, papers, anything. I read every night with young Michael. It's great for his vocabulary.
I'm sure you're right, Kate. I'll do that. I haven't seen young Michael this morning, Agnes.
It's Christina, Chuck.
I'm so sorry.
He's making kites if you don't mind.
And I'm yet to meet your husband.
I'm not married.
Michael's father was here a while ago. Jarry Evans. Mr. Evans is a Welshman. Not that that's relevant.
So you were never married?
Never.
We're all in the same boat, Jack. We're hoping you'll hunt about and find men for all of us.
So Michael is a love child.
Oh, yes, I suppose so.
He's a fine boy.
He's not a bad boy.
You're lucky to have him.
We're all lucky to have him.
In Rianga, women are eager to have loved children. The more loved children you have, the more fortunate your household is thought to be. Do you have any other loved children?
Well, she certainly has not, Jack. And strange as it may seem to you, neither does Maggie, nor Agnes, nor Rose, nor myself. Now, no harm to Rianga, but you're home in Donegal now. And as much as we cherish love children here, they're not exactly the norm. The doctor says if you don't take up more exercise, your legs are going to seize up on you. So I'm going to walk you down to the main road and back 3 times. And then you'll get your tea, and you'll read the newspaper front to back, and you'll have your medicine, and you'll go to bed. And we'll do the same thing tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after that, until we have you back to what you were. Now you go on ahead, and I'll be with you in a second. Where's my card again?
Some of Aunt Kate's forebodings weren't all that inaccurate. Indeed, some of them were fulfilled before the festival of Lunasa was over. She was right about Uncle Jack. He had been sent home, not because his mind was confused, but for reasons that became more and more clear as the summer came to a close. And she was right about losing her job at the local school. The parish priest didn't take her back when the new term began, although that had more to do with Father Jack than with falling numbers. And she was right to have a sense of unease about Rose, and if she had known, about Agnes too. But what she couldn't have predicted was that the home would break up quite so quickly, and that one morning in early September when she woke up, both Agnes and Rose would be gone forever. But she was wrong about my father. I guess their natures were so out of tune that she'd always be wrong about my father. Because he did come back in a couple of weeks as he said he would. And although my mother and he didn't go through a conventional form of marriage, once more they danced there, witnessed by the unseen sisters. And this time it was a dance without music, just there in ritual circles, round and round that square, down the lane, back up again, slowly, formally, with easy deliberation. My mother, her head thrown back, her eyes closed, her mouth slightly open. My father holding her just that distance so he could regard her upturned face. No singing, no melody, no words, just the swish and the whisper of their feet against the grass. I watched that ceremony from behind the bush. But this time, they were only conscious of themselves and of their dancing. And when my father went to fight with the International Brigade, my mother grieved as any bride would grieve. But this time there was no sobbing, no lamenting, and no collapse into a depression.
We'll leave those back where we found them, Jack. They aren't ours. They belong to the child. Now we'll go for our walk.